About investors and also the need to have business alliances and partnerships in the land. Could you detail a bit more what is the situations and how do you support in any way a smaller company coming to the country to do some business partnerships and alliances of some sort with local company? Thank you.
Sure. Okay. Are there any other people with questions? I think we should have one or two or three, and then we can sort of have a conversation.
Bruce, I have a question.
Yeah.
So,
No, we can.
okay. Well, I spoke earlier, and we're very pleased to see the direction in which Ethiopia is going, and certainly your speakers have explained that very well. One of the drivers to get Canadian businesses to go to Ethiopia to find out what it's about is to show them some specific opportunities. So I'm wondering, Minister, if you're able to speak to some of the opportunities that you see are upcoming, maybe in infrastructure or other sectors where you will be seeking foreign investors. Thank you very much.
Thank you. My name is Brian Jodo with NEB Africa. I was just in Ethiopia in October, actually, as part of the Canadian business delegation that went to Ethiopia recently. One of the things that I found with most of the prospects that seemed interested in what we were doing was the issue of foreign currency. That when trying to buy products from Canada, foreign currency is a big issue. And I just wanted to know what are some of the solutions to try and rectify that, or if there's a way around that kind of scenario. Thank you.
Okay, I think let's answer those questions, and then I'm sure that'll generate more questions.
Good morning again. I think Mr. Zamadena, I can say it properly, has given a very passionate, comprehensive and professional presentation of the Ethiopian investment opportunities, business opportunities. And I'm sure there is clarity on that, but on behalf of the Minister of Foreign Affairs, I would like also to restate some of them, also noting that question was raised on some of the opportunities, the redefinition, some details of opportunities of investment in Ethiopia. I think it was very clearly stated that Ethiopia has one of the key reasons on why you have to invest in Ethiopia is that we have a very healthy young population, educated population in Africa. I think the next largest populated country next to Nigeria. The information I have is that we have 54 to 60 million people in the working age. And we have 44 universities. And we have 150,000 graduates every year who are very trainable to many manufacturing industries. We have also energy, one of the cheapest, as shown by Mr. Zamadena. Ethiopia is generating quite a lot of energy from hydropower, from wind resources, from geothermal, from biomass. So we have huge amount of energy, which we want to use not only for our own industrialization, but which is also a commodity, an export commodity. We are exporting energy to Sudan, to Djibouti. Pipelines are being also constructed to transfer energy from Ethiopia to Kenya, So energy is one of the an important opportunities for investments in Ethiopia. The market was mentioned, huge market, domestic market, the country of 100 million people. International market is also there. Access to the United States through the AGOA opportunity, tax-free, quota-free. Access to Europe also through the initiative called Everything But Arms. Access to the region where there is a huge consuming population in the Middle East. As also said, 8 hours away in terms of flight also to many areas of the world. So, and we are also members of the COMESA region. So we have lots of market opportunities, and infrastructure is also growing in Ethiopia. Road connections, the best airway in Africa, and recently we also launched a new railway from Addis to Djibouti. We are trying to address our logistical challenges through privatization, and we also have identified priority areas for investment: textile, leather, garment, construction materials, pharmaceuticals. Ethiopia imports 85% of its pharmaceutical consumption from outside. We also want to substitute this. Agro-processing. So the priority sector for investments have also been identified. We also provide institutional support. In the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, there is a core sector called economic diplomacy. We have 60 missions across the world, and the core responsibility of these missions is to promote Ethiopian opportunity for FDI, as well as also to promote exports. So the government was investing a lot in terms of economic diplomacy. We have Ethiopian Investment Commission who will provide you also all the support when you can, link you up with the institutions, provide you all the services and all the support in terms of processes ranging from getting the license to becoming operational. So we have all these incentives that was also mentioned, financial incentives. And if you come to Ethiopia, that's why we become the second largest destination of FDI also in Sub-Saharan Africa. So these are, I'm just restating what was mentioned to indicate that I meant to mention it also on behalf of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I think foreign currency, my colleagues will also comment on it. It's true that we have some challenge in foreign currency, but we feel this is a transitory problem. We are taking a lot of measures to boost our export. The industrial parks that we have been developing are becoming operational. We have many companies coming in. They have started producing, exporting. They will bring in foreign currency. The huge energy projects, including the Renaissance Dam, which when completed will produce 6,400 plus megawatt. That will also be exported. That will also bring in foreign currency. We are also doing a lot to substitute import. Projects are underway, for example, to produce fertilizer, potash projects, substitute, the huge amount of foreign currency we spend on fertilizers. Companies like Yara International and also other companies also from Morocco are coming into Ethiopia to start producing fertilizer internally and supply to local farmers. Sugar projects are there. So there is also a lot of effort to increase the productivity of smallholder farmers. A lot of effort to support, a lot of effort also to encourage them to be commercialized. Government is doing a lot, in terms of provision of knowledge, skills, inputs, financial services, infrastructure to smallholder farmers so that they can be more productive and so that their products can be exported. And then the recent reform, the privatization, I also believe it will also bring in some foreign currency. I'm sure my colleagues will add on it. But the foreign currency problem is transitory, and then we have mechanisms in place to resolve this challenge in the future. Thank you.